I'm gonna show you some of these spots. So if you look right here, right along the side of the road right here is perfect spot for overlanding. How am I gonna get through this? It's completely blocked off. Let's go check out Snow Falls. Jeez, thought I was done with this crap after going to the military. Once you get going through those woods and you're far enough in, you kind of just gotta keep pushing. And that's just my mentality is once you're already in it, you just push your way through it. Eventually you come out to the other side. What's up everyone? How are you doing? I hope your week is going well. And as you can see, I'm back out in the National Forest. I want to do a video on something that somebody asked me a couple weeks ago in passing. They said, hey, I just moved out here from the Portland, Oregon area. And I used to go camping, I used to go overlanding and enjoy the outdoors, and I just kind of got away from it. And now I'm retired, and now I want to go back out. Can I just go anywhere? Or is there a law or rules or anything else that I need to follow? Or can I just set up camp anywhere? Well, yes and no. So I am on Forest Service Road 2070, and well, we'll make it simple. I'll call it Snow Falls Road because that's another thing we're gonna do on this video is we're gonna go to Snow Falls down this trail and we're gonna check that out. But we're on Snow Falls Road and it is one of many of the Forest Service roads that are in the National Forest. And if you go on the app Onyx Off-Road, it will tell you all of these roads and you can just click on the road and it'll tell you if you can overland on it or what you can do, what you can't do, what kind of vehicle you can have on it and you can't. All the information is on that app. And so we are gonna go down this trail and we are gonna check out some spots that you can overland. Now, when I say overland, I mean you can pull your vehicle off the side of the road. You can only go up to 30 feet off of any of the trails because obviously they don't want you damaging any of the forest. But you can overland on any of these roads, any of these trails, as long as there's a spot that you can pull off. That's for vehicles. Now, if you want a backpack camp, you have to go at least 100 feet off the side of the trail or road. You cannot set up a camp or set up a tent next to the trail. I mean, I guess that's for safety reasons. The other thing with that is, as you can see running right behind me, this is the McCaslin Brook. You cannot camp right next to a river or a lake. You have to be at least 200 feet away from that if you are tent camping. So this brook right here runs right through Lakewood, Townsend, northwestern Wisconsin, or northwestern Oconto County, Wisconsin, and is a great trout river. And these streams and these rivers run through a lot of these trails. So if you're looking to fish, that's another plus of being able to go down these trails is that you can just pull off and camp. So what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna mark out some overlanding spots and I'm gonna show you Snow Falls Trail and we're gonna check it out. Let's go. All right, so it was really crazy as he's driving down the trail and I came around the corner and I was just like, there's a Jeep. There's somebody pulling up with a Jeep. It was just very random because I am back in the middle of, this isn't even really a popular trail. It's just a trail that's back here. And I was not expecting to see anyone back here, but they pulled up and we started chatting. We just started chatting and come to find out they actually are from the same place I live, but now they live in this area. So it was just kind of just weird. But it was really cool. And I love that. I love just running into random people. And then they asked if I have a YouTube channel. And that's where it kind of kicked off the conversation, and we got to chatting about all of it and everything. So if you're watching this and you were on the trail and we were just chatting, go ahead and chime in. And I'm sure that you'll already have commented before you watch this movie, or this video. But yeah, it was great. It was great chatting with somebody on the trail. It's really cool just running into people randomly like that. So that's what I love about this, is that you never know who you're gonna run into. And every single time I've run into people, it's just been awesome. They've just been great people. And so we're gonna continue on and get out here before it gets dark out. I got the light on because it's actually really dark now in the woods, and it's getting later in the year. It's summer. And so the end of summer, and so fall's coming, and that means it's gonna start getting darker sooner. So we're gonna continue on and set up camp, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, before I go any further, I just want to show you this. I'm going to start to map this out. I'm going to show you some of these spots. So if you look right here, right along the side of the road right here is perfect spot for overlanding. I just came up from this road right here, and you can pull off right on the side of the trail right there. It's perfect. There's even a trail that goes back right there, but this right here is just one of those spots. And I'm gonna mark this out. I'm gonna put this on a map, and I'm gonna show you. And I'm gonna do this as I go through. I'm gonna mark these spots out that you can just pull up and overland right here, right on the side. So, all right, let's keep going. Crap. Well. All right, well, I guess we're stopping here. This is, how am I gonna get through this? It's completely blocked off. In fact, the guy that I met on the trail said that it's blocked off, but I didn't think he came down this far. Wow. We could set up here, I guess. Kind of want to all the way out of here. So we're gonna spin this around. All right, this is what I was looking for. I mean, not exactly what I was looking for, but this right here, there's Snow Falls Creek. And what I'm looking for is the actual falls. I'm thinking that this is the trail that goes back there. But this is Snow Falls Creek. So I'm just running down these trails and checking them out so I can show you kind of this area, places where you could just pull off and overland also, but it's pretty dark now. So I better set up camp, and I just need to find a spot I can pull off. So let's go. All right, so we hit a dead end and made it back here. I ended up going this direction instead of going right because I couldn't go any further. Obviously, there was a tree lane over the top of the trail. Should have listened to the guy when he came through, and he told me, he stopped me on the trail and said, hey, don't go to the right. It's a dead end back there. But I didn't think that he went that far back. So anyway, that's a dead end. And it came back here, Trailhead. And in the morning, we're gonna go check out Snow Falls and see what it's all about. And then drive around a little bit more, check out some other spots, and go from there. So I'll see you all in the morning. All right, so good morning. Anyway, I saved you trouble. I'm not gonna have you sit and watch me cook breakfast and clean everything up and all that. So it's already done. I just want to get out to Snow Falls Creek. As you can see, I got the trail right here. And as you can see, you can just pull off right off the side right here and just overland. It's that easy. So I'm just packing up some stuff. I have my pack ready. Grab my first aid kit, throw that in there. Make sure you have enough water. Make sure you change your clothes and bug spray and all the essentials before you go down that trail, as always. And let's go check out Snow Falls. So the trail started out just fine. It was cut. It looked like it had been used quite a few times. And then it just kind of stopped. And I ended up having to pave my own path. And it sucked. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm just going through everything, the thick of the woods, where all the trees have fallen. And it's just untouched right there. And trying to get through some of the brush was tackling. It was really just a challenge to get through. Jeez, thought I was done with this crap after I got out of the military. I always seem to continue to do this. I put myself in these, just overly exerting myself, these little adventures, but for some reason I love it. And I tried to follow along Snow Creek a little bit. Stopped at it a couple times thinking that was where the falls were, because on the app, Onyx Off-Road, it showed a little marker where the falls were. Wasn't exactly where it was, and so it was off a little. Next best scenario is to just follow the creek, and that's what I did. I followed it, listened for some rapids, and I found Snow Falls, or what I thought I'd call Snow Falls. I'm guessing Snow Falls is right here. Okay, let's make our way down. There, like I said, it's nothing extravagant, but all right, so that was Snow Falls. And I'm crossing over that because I can hear rapids up here that are even stronger, sounds like. This is part of the Oconto River runs through here. It's definitely rapids. Let's go check this out. I figured I would go here and check out this river. It's the same river that runs through by Bagley Rapids, which is the one that's by some of my other videos. The last one I did was on poison ivy. That one, that's the Oconto River. This runs into that river, but this is way out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm gonna not go back through that same place that I went through because that really sucked. And I'm gonna follow the river down, and it goes down to the trail, and I'll show you where we come out. It's really kind of funny that we end up out there. I should have went that way instead of this way, but I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, that direction right there, that brings us to where that tree fell down. And we went through last night and tried to get through, but those trees were down. I had to turn my truck around. This was that fork in the road. I would have went straight instead of that way. That would have brought us down closer to Snow Falls and the Oconto River. But that's all right. Now I know. And now if you come back here, you know that you don't have to trudge through all the woods. You just drive up to that area. So I'm gonna show you a couple spots. This is one spot right here. This is a spot that you can just pull up and overland. So if you're coming back here and looking at fishing or hunting or something, you can just pull up right here. As long as you're not right on that trail, because people still come through here. You can just overland right here. Set up camp. Now for the hike back. There's another spot right here. Anywhere along here, if you want to just pull off, you can just set up camp. Turkey feather. You can just set up camp right over here. It's perfect because you got the sun. You charge up your solar. It's perfect. Actually, I might come over here. I might park here now. Charge up my solar. So, yes, it was a lot of work. And I probably could have pre-planned it a little bit differently, but not knowing the terrain, this specific terrain, I just went with it. Once you get going through those woods and you're far enough in, you kind of just gotta keep pushing. And that's just my mentality, is once you're already in it, you just push your way through it. Eventually you come out the other side like we did. All right. So that was between 6 and 8 miles of rucking on foot through the National Forest. I wanted to find snowfalls, and I wanted to just find some rapids. I wanted to find, I don't know, explore a little bit. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when there's down trees and you have to climb over everything. And I'm in shape. I work out almost every day. And so that was still taxing for me. So if you come out here, make sure you have proper equipment, make sure you got water, make sure you have extra batteries, things such as that. Make a list before you come out. So I wanted to do that. And I also wanted to just go into this area and just kind of map out some overlanding spots, some places you can just pull off and camp if you're here for free. If you don't want to camp around a bunch of people, you want to just get out and be remote, this is the place to be. This is as remote as you can think of, short of just driving out into the middle of the woods, which you can't do. With that being said, you can overland up to 30 feet off the side of these trails right here, off the side of any of these roads, as long as you check first on the app. So if you go on Onyx off-road and you check that app, make sure that you can off or overland off these trails. If you don't want to download that app, contact the local Forest Service. They have a building just south of Lakewood. Actually, I guess it's in Lakewood, on the southern end of Lakewood. They will let you know anything you need to know, any information you need. If you can't contact them, contact the station, the main headquarters in Rhinelander. They are in charge of the whole Nicolet National Forest area in this region, and they will give you information on anything you need to know about. But I just wanted to let you know that. I wanted to kind of answer that question that I was asked a few weeks ago about, where can I go? Where can I camp for free? And this is the spot. This is one of the spots. And we will find some other locations. I'll map them out. I'll show you some more places on the map. And if you want to check it out, come on, check it out. And also, if you are watching this, make sure that you comment. Make sure you drop into the comment section. If you're from the area, if you're you have knowledge about these locations, comment and let everybody know kind of where you go and some of the cool places that you've explored. And we're gonna go and we're gonna have more videos beyond this. I'm gonna take you to some other locations and we're gonna explore And like I always say, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and of course, comment. And I will see you on the next adventure.